Hey everybody, right here, thanks for tuning in to another video. So guys, Brawl Talk is here, an update is around the corner. Let's jump into all of the details. Alrighty guys, so jumping right into it now, taking a look at the list that we have in front of us. There is a lot of things that they're adding in this update, and I'm super excited. Now, I feel like in the last update, we weren't really given that much content, as in new brawlers, new game modes, and stuff like that, but in this update, we are getting that content. Also, I just wanted to mention that in this Brawl Talk, we really didn't have that many sneak peeks. It wasn't the same setting that what we're used to, where they have it in the studio and everything like that. It was just a one-on-one conversation with Ryan, just because he was explaining that he wanted to have it out so that we could get to it as fast as possible. So once they release the sneak peeks, and if I get dev build here in the near future, I'll be sure to get all those sneak peeks out to you as soon as I can. Hashtag give Ray dev build. So with all that being said, let's jump right into this list, this extensive list of all the new things that are going to be coming in the next update. So starting off with number 1, we're going to be getting not one new brawler, but 2 new brawlers. It takes me back to when we got Pam and Tara at the same time. It wasn't just a Daryl sprinkled in, it's 2 new brawlers. Now the things that are going through my mind that I'm kind of racking my head around is what kind of rarity is this brawler going to be? If we're taking a look at the current brawlers that we have inside of Brawl Stars right now, we have 2 legendaries, 2 mythics, and 2 epics. I'm not sure. I'm suspecting that they're going to be doing one a little bit higher in rarity and another one maybe like a super rare or a rare or a common, something that everyone can get their hands on pretty easily, and then another one that's going to be kind of a hype creator for long term that people want to get their hands on and start playing. So I'm hoping that one is going to be really easy to get and the other is going to be maybe a little bit higher in rarity, and I'm looking forward to get those guys. I have so many brawl boxes right now, and I'm going to be getting that brawler as soon as it comes out so you guys can get some gameplay. We're going to max it out, have some fun with it. The next thing is we're getting 2 new game modes that are kind of the same theme. So we're going to be getting a new showdown game mode where it's 2v2 v2 v2 v2. So it's going to be groups of 2 going up against other groups of 2. It sounds really cool, guys, and I've heard this being mentioned in a lot of my videos in the comments below or during live streams, like try this out. So definitely they've been paying attention to the Brawl Stars community on this one, and I'm really pumped up about it. You can bring your friends into it. You can actually queue up with teams kinda on Showdown. I'm sure they're gonna have some new maps for this new Showdown game mode, and I'm hoping that they do that. It's gonna be really cool. Maybe like 4 or 3 new maps. That'd be really cool. Now the next game mode that we have is a heist game mode. So it's gonna be kind of playing off the original heist game mode. However, there's gonna be 2 safes. So it's not gonna be an attacking and defending team. It's whoever can destroy the other team's safe first. And I think this is really awesome as well. It's not gonna be so one-sided. I feel like that was the one thing about heist that was really hard to target down, is how to balance it between attacking and defense. Now heist is still going to be in the game to my knowledge, but I feel like this is going to be evening it up. If you jump into the game and say you're on defense and that might be a little bit less overpowered than the attacking side, maybe it's not balanced, then you don't have to worry about jumping into heist, being that you might lose trophies. So really excited about the new game modes coming to Brawl Stars in the next update. Anything new, the content that is added to the game that's new really gets my heart racing, and I'm sure you guys get the same way. You get a little excited when the new things come, just because you get used to playing the same exact team, jumping into the same game modes over and over. So it's a nice switch of pace. Even the new game modes can add a lot of hype to an update. So I'm really excited about the new game modes as well. So taking a look at the next juicy thing, the thing that everyone has kind of been looking forward to, and that is spectating. Guys, spectating is coming to Brawl Stars. I feel like we've been waiting long enough for this. I feel like it's an essential part of any kind of Supercell game where you're having real-time battles where you want to replay it and then learn from it. I feel like spectating is also really great for viewing higher up players, learning how to play against them or play at their level. You kind of learn from them that way. I think spectating is going to be fantastic for content creation and really good for game modes like Showdown, where say I'm streaming, you can't watch a game once you die, where you're kind of just sitting in the lobby waiting for everyone else to die. We're in Showdown now, we can spectate, kind of commentate, see how everyone is doing in Showdown, what they're working on, like how they're teaming, and strategize against them and stuff like that. It's just going to be really cool. I feel like spectating is a really important addition, and I'm really happy that they figured this out. The next important thing on the list is auto aim nerf, you guys. Yes, finally auto aim, the dreaded auto aim that everyone hates so much, is finally getting nerfed. So the way it's going going to work is it's going to make it a little bit less spammy. So it is a little bit of a small tweak, but I feel like it's going to help out a lot. So there's going to be a 50 millisecond time delay on each individual select of the auto aim button. So you can't just spam it with the tank characters like in the brush where you're spamming the auto aim with bull or something like that. You're going to have a small delay. So it's not going to be as efficient as just flicking, getting off the shots a little bit faster. So we might be seeing auto aim being used a little bit less. Also, that 50 milliseconds of time that you have to kind of react to the next shot, where you can kind of time it, especially if you know or you kind of get used to the timing of the auto aim button, you're going to be able to kind of outwit or kind of get used to how fast, like say a Piper is going to be shooting, and you can time that where you're kind of strafing back and forth, but that's just going to take time at understanding how often 50 milliseconds is in between shots. So I feel like this is actually going to work pretty well. I don't know how else they would nerf auto aim besides taking away, and I'm sure you guys would be okay with that, but I feel like this is going to be a good tweak where it's kind of introducing skill back into it, where dodging is going to be more of a thing. I think it's going to be a little bit better. So the final big addition being added in this next update that I feel like deserves to be under the juicy content is a new trophy progression system, and you guys have been waiting for this. I have been waiting for this. I feel like it's going to be a well-needed update or well-needed addition inside of Brawl Stars. Right now, the trophy progression system is not rewarding in the slightest. Then I feel like that gives credibility to that statement is taking a look at some of the higher up players, where we see a lot of higher players fluctuating, where if you take a look at other games, we see consistently players at the top because of their skill level and things like that. But as you can see, people get to the very top, they grind their way up, they fight all the way to the top places, or maybe like the top 5, and then they lose motivation because nothing really keeps them up there except like pride alone, pride of their own trophy count. So we see top players kind of falling off back down just because there's nothing to keep them going. So I hope that they really nail this trophy progression system. I'm not sure what they're going to add, maybe at each like specific milestone, or maybe like every single 500 trophies this time instead of 1,000 or something like that. They'll add like a brawl box of some sort, or like maybe a new skin or something like that. So moving on our list, the next thing that we're going to be talking about is new social features coming to Brawl Stars, and they touched on this for sure. They mentioned that we are going to be adding some more social features to Brawl Stars, and I feel like right now in Brawl Stars it's not up to par with the other Supercell games when it comes to social dynamics within game. Right now all we have right in Brawl Stars is just the connecting through Facebook or the Game Center connection, so you can have friends that way. But I feel like if you take a look at the other Supercell games like Clash Royale and Clash of Clans, they have really good social dynamics, whether it be like 2v2 and things like that. So I feel like Brawl Stars is lacking on that end, so these social features are going to be fantastic. So starting off with the first social feature, and that is you can add people within Brawl Stars on a friends list. So you don't have to go through Game Center or anything like that. You can actually get done playing with like randoms, and say you liked playing with that person, you can add that person. Or if you have friends outside of the game, whether you're used to playing with them through Discord or you just have a buddy that you play with a lot, you can add them on your friends list, and I'm assuming you can be able to see whether they're online and stuff like that. It's going to be a really, really cool addition. It seems small, but I feel like this is going to be really, really important change. The next social feature on the game is that you can continue with the group of teammates that you're using, say within randoms. So if you jump into randoms and you have 2 other people within that game, and say you recognize someone that you're playing with, maybe a higher up brawler that you admire and you think that they're really, really good, and you're just catching them off and they're playing with randoms, you could jump into another game. You can continue playing with the same team. So if you enjoyed that team, you can hit rematch and jump into the same game with them. So I feel like this is really cool, where it's not just jumping into the next random game after a next random game after a next random game, where you can kind of get used to, you can build somewhat of a strategy with randoms. So I feel like this is an awesome social feature to be added to Brawl Stars. So moving on our list, yes, we have more things. This list is insane. We have so many new things coming to Brawl Stars in the next update, and I'm super, super psyched. Hopefully you guys are as well. But moving on our list, the next thing is a global key collection. So if you guys don't know what that is, let me explain it to you, or if it's a little bit confusing, I'm going to explain it to you. So as you guys know, inside of Brawl Stars, we have 3 game slots, and in each game slot, we have a certain amount of keys that we can collect from each of those game modes. So I think in the first one's like 20, in the second one's 15, and then in the third one's like 12, something like that. But as you know, that the keys are kind of confined to that game mode. So say you suck at Showdown or Heist, and you don't feel comfortable going into those game modes because you're afraid to lose trophies or something on that game mode, you don't have to jump into those game modes to collect all the keys that you have available on all the slots. Now, say if you're just a Showdown player, you can jump into Showdown and collect all of the keys that are available available to you in all of the slots. So yeah, I really like this change. It seems small, and it seems like a change that you really wouldn't think about unless you actually saw it on paper that they're going to be adding it to the game. But I feel like it's a really great addition for like you showdown exclusive people out there, or if you are really good at one individual game mode, maybe gem grab, you could just play that game mode and get all the coins you want. Though I do recommend that you play all the game modes and try to have fun with it. If you're lacking in a certain game mode and you're not that good at it, try to practice it and get good at it in like friendly battles and stuff like that. But I think it's a great addition for all those brawlers that out there that aren't so confident on certain game modes, especially the new brawlers coming to the game in the near future. I feel like this will be a really great addition, allowing them to get all the keys that they can and get those brawl boxes for the new brawlers and things like that. So I'm really excited about that change. So the next thing on the list, and I had to take a double take at this one, and that is ads being placed inside of Brawl Stars. So every single time we're opening up brawl boxes, I believe that there's going to be an ad that we can click on. We have the choice. It's not going to be like those games where it's annoying where you have to watch an ad before you can play or continue. It's going to be optional, so you can click on the ad and get double the rewards or get more rewards from that. So moving on to the final thing coming in this next update. Yes, I said final. We are finally at the end of our huge extensive list of new things coming in Brawl Stars. So the next thing, it is a little one, quality of life changes. So we always get quality of life changes whenever a update comes around or anything like that. It's just to tweak up the game, make sure it's good, make sure it's running smoothly, especially if they're adding a bunch of new things in the game. They got to make sure the game is working properly. I feel like we've seen things like this in the past where if they add like a Daryl and maybe some of his mechanics are a little bit wonky, they'll make sure to fix those with the quality of life changes and stuff like that. So we always get those, so look forward to having those as well. So guys, that is everything on the list. I feel like my mouth is hurting from talking so much. There's so much stuff on this list, and I'm super pumped. Let me know in the comments below on what you're most excited for in this next update. If I had to say the most exciting things, obviously the new brawlers. I'm super excited to finally get someone new. If you guys didn't know, the very last brawler that we got was Daryl, and that was a very long time ago. Also the new game modes, and let me take you a trip down memory lane. The last new game mode that was trophy based was Brawl Ball. That was before the huge interface changes. That was before a lot of things. It was a very long time ago, so the new content I feel like is well deserved, and I feel like we've been waiting for a while on it. Some of the other really notable things that I'm really hyped up about is one, spectating. I'm super pumped up about spectating. I was looking forward to it maybe in a previous update. I was like, spectating's coming, but it's coming in this update. And I gotta tell you guys, I'm excited for it for the content creation aspect, as well as getting better in the game, improving, taking notes, trying to develop as a better player. Like I said before, this is the one game that I really invested in, actually trying to become really good at it, and I hope you guys are as well. But spectating is going to be awesome for game reviews, where we're taking a look at other players playing and trying to learn from them. So strategy is awesome with spectating, and I feel like it's going to be an awesome addition to Showdown. Another one, auto aim nerf. I'm super excited about this as well. I feel like, believe it or not, if you guys think the 50 millisecond is going to be 2-minute skill, or if you think like, what is that going to really do? I feel like it's going to be a really decent change. Anything more than that, I feel like auto aim would just be irrelevant, and then they should just take it out at that point. And I feel like 50 milliseconds will be perfect for new players coming to the game. They can pick it up and they just have to tap that button to get used to the game, how to play it, how to function, how to move, understanding the maps. While they're understanding all of that and kind of gauging the game, they can use the auto aim to get down the attack aspect of it. Then once they decide to actually step up their game and become a little bit better at the game, then they can start using the flick, where you can shoot a little bit more faster. You can be a little bit more skilled with your shots. The other thing that I'm really pumped up about this next update is the new trophy progression system. I feel like myself, speaking for myself, I don't have a problem trophy pushing and kind of setting my own goals and things like that, but I feel like it's going to be great for keeping players around. I want this game to succeed for a long duration, and if that means a better trophy progression system where you're getting great rewards along the way, that is awesome. If players are going to stay because of that, I want it to be in the game. And I'm not going to lie, that would be awesome, kind of working your way up. I would, honestly, I'd be cooler having it being more bragging rights things, instead of getting like a brawl box from a certain milestone when you go up in trophies. I would love to have like a skin, like I mentioned earlier in the video. If we had like a skin, or if there was a customized skin for 10,000 10,000 trophies so that people are rewarded to push up to there, I feel like people would be more rewarded for skins instead of Brawl Boxes, but that's just my opinion alone. And I feel like the trophy progression system, a great addition in this game. I feel like they need changes to it, and it's going to be awesome. I'm really excited to see what they're going to actually be changing to it. So you guys, that is the entire list of things coming in this next update. I am hyped. I cannot wait for all these new things to drop. It is a huge, extensive list. Now, I did want to mention something at the end of the video as well. There aren't any sneak peeks in this Brawl Talk that we received, like I mentioned earlier in the video, but they did say that they're going to be releasing sneak peeks about this update before the update drops. So if you guys want to see everything about the new updates before it comes out, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I feel like the sneak peeks are important for this update. They always do it in all the updates. They always allow us to know what the new brawlers are like before they drop it and things like that. And we didn't receive it in this Brawl Talk, so be sure that you're ready for the sneak peeks coming around the corner. We're definitely going to get them before the update drops. So hopefully you guys are hyped up about that. Make sure to subscribe if you guys haven't already so you guys can keep up to date with all the update information coming very, very soon. So if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like on it. And again, in the comments below, make sure to let me know what you're most excited for this next update. I feel like the most exciting thing, Brawlers. Make sure to keep having fun with Brawl Stars, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.
I'm on my own, broken and alone. I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care.